Hello again, Spirit Sippers and Rum Rippers. 1-1 here again, and today we found another Foursquare. Today we're going to be reviewing the Détente.
Cool.
Haven't heard anything about this one. Didn't even know it was out there. Just happened to be walking through the liquor store, and lo and behold, there it was. Another Foursquare, like I said, one I haven't heard about. This one was matured in ex-bourbon cask and ex-port cask. It is 10 years old. It is coming in at a whopping 51% ABV, so you already know 102 proof. This one's got to bring the pain with no pop. Let's get it in a glass. Has a Foursquare smell. Always using the exceptional casks. You already know how we do it. It's 10 years old, so we're going to let it chill in the glass for about 10 minutes to open up, and we'll be right back at it. Don't go anywhere.
Well, we're waiting.
Alright, 10 minutes is up, and I'm ready to get into this glass. Foursquare Détente. Foursquare does have like that distinct distillery note. I mean, it has that aroma that all of them seem to have. I think it's the barrels they use. Oh man, right out of the gate, this is like a real soft liquid lemon honey with like caramel notes coming over the top. It's almost like a caramel and cognac, like slow boiling over like simmering on a stovetop. Oh man, yeah, like a spicy lemon honey with caramel notes, with like all mixed into cognac. Oh man, like a real rich dessert, literally like simmering on a stovetop kind of. It smells nice. This is gonna be interesting because the other Foursquares, the Nobiliary and the 2007 and the 2008, those are all like 118 proof, 120 proof, 124 proof. So this one coming back down to 102 proof, which is still quite a bit higher than your average 80 proof that most rums are. It's going to be, I think this is going to be a nice little middle. I think this is going to be a nice sweet spot right there in the middle. Oh, it smells like a sweet spot. I mean, it is just molasses and, like I said, lemon and honey. Almost like a custard though, like a burnt honey. Oh man, it smells good. Let's see if the taste holds up. Cheers everybody. It's definitely got a nice little winter hug. But it is, boy, it's got a nice long finish too. It was so silky smooth right over the lips. Like I said, almost like a smooth, buttery, rich dessert. I mean, it was just so smooth. And then mid-palate kind of bursting with flavors with that cocoa and lemon honey flavor. And then it has an after kick. I was like, the mid-palate, I was like, wow, this is kind of that perfect right in between the 120 and 80 proof. Like that 102, that isn't hello. And yeah, that donkey kick. It had that big long finish and there's a little bit of a burn going down. Oh man, but the longer this opens up in the glass, the sweeter it's getting. I mean, it's almost like a sweet, smooth caramel and cognac smell. And I guess that's kind of the barrels activated. I'm getting a little bit of that oak note. But man, that is such a pleasant, nice, sweet smell. There's almost like a little bit of a powdered donut in there, like a powdered sugar smell kind of getting in there. Yeah, it's getting sweeter and sweeter the longer it's in there. And there's no color added, no sugar added to the Foursquares, so that's all natural. But yeah, that is nice. Almost like that tartness I was talking about earlier. It's almost kind of coming through like a sweet tart, but it's almost coming through as like an overripe banana now. Like one of those bananas that you forgot in the cabinet and you looked at and like it just had like, it kind of was sweet, but then had that tart like starting to rot smell a little bit. But there's no rot smell in this. It's real sweet. But like I said, like that just on the cusp of starting to go bad. But I mean, that is like the tiniest little underneath note. Like that is, you have to dig and go way back there. Because as soon as you get it up to your nose, I mean, it is just sweet honey, powdered sugar. And then, like, you start getting deeper into it, and you kind of get more of that burnt honey, more of that burnt custard, and then more sweet smells. And then on the very back end, you get kind of that overripe banana. But yeah, that's complex. That is nice. So smooth and silky. I mean, as soon as it hits the palate, it is just, I mean, that is nice. The second one, I mean, now I got over that first initial kick. Second one's a little smoother, of course, going down, but it's still got a nice long finish. But man, that is just a pleasant, almost, I don't want to call it an aftertaste, but I mean, you can just still feel it, taste it, enjoy it. That is nice. Let's see how it does with some water in it. Just a couple drops. See if we can crack open some of those oils and release a few more flavors. It almost seemed to tamp down the sweetness right away, because it was like right when you were getting it up to the nose, it was almost that super sweet powdered sugar first, and then it started going into all those other complexities. Now it's more of that ripe banana is coming up more to the forefront, and it's a little bit more of that sweet tartness than just sweet. Oh, but still like that simmering cognac and caramel kind of just mixture. Oh man, the sweetness, and then of course the oak notes from the barrel. It smells so nice. This might be the best smelling one out of all the Foursquares so far. I mean, this smells really nice. So sweet. Let's see how it tastes with the water. Prost. The water really tartened it up quite a bit. Took away a lot of the sweet notes, brought out a few more of those barrel notes. For the first time, like, it was all sweetness, and I was getting more of that ex-bourbon barrel. With the water, I think it's bringing out more of that ex-port. I almost forgot for a minute that there was port in here until I put the water in it. I think it released some of that, and I think I'm getting more of those port barrel notes now. And it did. It's still sweet, but there's more of a tartness now to it. More of a citrus tang than those sweet notes. Like a custard almost. Oh, but that liquid caramel cognac kind of smell is still there. But yeah, that's nice. But yeah, definitely a little more bitter, and I think it brought out a few more of those port barrel notes with the water on it. Let's see how it does with some ice. Almost zero pop on this one though. It's just the way these bottles are, I think. I have to say I've been very impressed with the Foursquare line. Man, being a rum lover, they are absolutely delicious. There hasn't been one that's really disappointed. They've all been good. I mean, my least favorite, do I have a least favorite? We'll call it a tie between the Sagacity and the 2007, and they're both delicious. So it's just the 2008 Nobiliari are just amazingly good, and this one seems to be running right there with them. They're all right there. So good. Yeah, I've been highly impressed with all the Foursquares, and this one is no different. See how it fares over some ice. I was thinking about I was gonna do the eggnog thing and see which one's the best in eggnog, but I put one in eggnog and it was interesting. I don't know if it paired the best with eggnog. It's like these things are almost best for sipping. And I want to see which one makes the best rum and coke, but I've got to be honest with you. Ever since I got on this whole spirit run about 2 years ago, I never drank Coke unless it was in rum and coke anyway. And yeah, I really haven't had Coke in about the last 2 years. So trying to pick a rum and coke, that's going to taste weird. It's going to be funny. But yeah, I'll have to do it. Maybe we'll even do it on camera. As usual, the ice brought out a little bit more of those barrel notes, but boy, it brought the sweetness back, kind of like the water was bringing it more tart. The ice is kind of bringing more of that sweetness back. More of that powdered sugar and a little bit of that lemon. But yeah, that's more of that barrel note. Let's see how it tastes. Slunge it off. As usual, the ice, for the most part, the ice usually brings out a lot more of the barrel notes, and this is no different, but that was really good. it's almost like you could taste like the two barrels. And I don't know if it's the power of suggestion, just knowing that it was there, but there was just kind of the sweetness and then the savoriness that it's almost like it was just bringing out the best of both of those barrel notes. Tiny little bit of saltiness, but yeah, that was really good over ice. If it was a real hot day and you want something to cool off and didn't want to drink it neat, you want something a little cooler, a little more refreshing, there'd be nothing wrong with that. That is nice, but that's a whole different flavor profile. Over the ice, it's more about the barrel notes and less about the sweet, smooth creaminess of it being neat. Neat was amazing. That is just such a sweet, savory, just smooth, creamy, tiny little bit of just the right amount of tart, so it's not just a sugar bomb. I mean, it is really nice. Yeah, I gotta say, for being right in the middle, it plays the field nice. I mean, it does go, I mean, just right in the sweet zone. 102 proof, you know, getting a little more bang for your buck than just the 80 proofs, but not quite kicking you in the face as hard as those 120s. Yeah, this is an extremely nice medium. Scale out of 1 to 10, I think I'd have to give this one, this one's really nice. This one's really nice. I think I'd have to give this one a good solid, man, 8.8, 8.9. This is delicious. I think it is there. I think I'd have to give this one a good solid 8.9. I really like this one. I think I actually like it more than I thought I was going to. So, yeah, I would. 8.9, 1-1 approved all day. Détente, Foursquare rum, absolutely delicious. If you see it, do yourself a favor and pick it up. You're not going to be disappointed. So that's another one for me. Hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here. And until we see you next time, cheers.